Welcome to my review for, it's called Binary Domain. Have you heard of this one? Did you buy it and leave it on your shelf and never got around to it because you were busy not connecting to the SimCity servers? Did you hear about it when it was in development and thought, I should check that out when it comes out, and then never checked it out when it came out? Well, that's a shame, because in Binary Domain, you're fighting robots, and lots of robots. There's plenty of well-paced action to keep you occupied and a fair number of boss fights along the way as well. And although there isn't much more to the boss fights than shooting them in their weak spots, the environments they happen in and the style of the bosses themselves keep things engaging. In fact, I like the style overall. It's not particularly innovative and borrows from other sources, but it's slick and avoids the rusty, dirty feeling that has grown so tiresome over the years. What is new is the thing that they tried out with this trust system with your teammates. I didn't really care for it much, but it doesn't seem to hinder anything you're doing if you're not that interested in it. How it works is, you gain your teammates' trust based on the choices you make in conversations with them, often through simple responses like, yep and hell no, and by avoiding shooting them in the field. Not a bad incentive, actually. Gain their trust and they're more willing to obey your orders, which I hardly gave, and to come to your aid when you're down, which happened often enough for me.
This is even a bit much for me! You're saying it's just us on our own?
Yes.
The controls are pretty standard, but they work well and they seem to avoid the annoying quick time event phenomenon. But they did have a few similar instances which felt more like rhythm time events. Thankfully, those are few and far between. The story appears patched together from a combination of classic sci-fi action movies with a twist here and there, and the action does do a good job to match the likes of the movies it was borrowed from, like, say, Terminator for instance. A lot about the game isn't new, but they still managed to take the basics and make it fun. About the only generic thing that was lacking a little was the weapon selection. I felt like there was some room there to spice it up a little. You do get to upgrade your weapons and your stats, and although your teammates aren't playable, you can upgrade their stats as well to make them better fighting companions. It may not have gotten the attention it deserved when it first came out, but it's a good time for those looking to run around and shoot robots. In the world of third-person shooters, I recommend it.